from what you're saying, they flipped the script, and they're using it, the connection between the young black boy and the white teacher as a means to just get rid of us. Like they was trying to exterminate us a long time ago.
Yes.
Like the pictures always show,
yes.
them, you know, killing us, lynching us, and doing all types of stuff like that. Now they have a new way to lynch.
Yes.
You know, I think the white man went from whipping us with a whip to using an ink pen.
That's right.
To, you know, write 10, 15, 30 years of life, or stuff like that.
Yes.
And it's amazing that a lot of our people don't want to believe that. They just don't. They don't think that that's real.
In fact, Brother Dawa, I get phone calls regularly from black parents all across the country looking for advice and consultation. And it's amazing, going back to what you just said, it's amazing the amount of black parents, especially the women, because they've never actually walked in the shoes of you or I as a black man. So I can understand why they find it a little bit more difficult to grasp that a system is inclined to intentionally destroy our boys even when they're 3, 4, 5 years old. So I have mothers who call me, they say, Brother Umar, my son is in kindergarten and they're telling me that he needs medicine. Or he's in 1st grade and they're telling me he needs special ed. Or he's in 2nd grade and they're threatening to bring in the police to have him escorted out in handcuffs in the 2nd grade because he threatened his teacher. I get these calls every day. But the interesting thing, Brother Dawa, we are surprised that they're doing this. So how does a people who spend 243 years in forced servitude come to a point 144 years later where they are surprised that the same group of people who put them in forced servitude are now miseducating their boys? It's because in the post-civil rights era, through a serious campaign of misinformation and propaganda, through the radio, the television, the newspaper, the church, the mosque, and so-called black leaders, black people have been influenced to trust the United States government again. We are people who never trusted the United States government, but now we do. Not only do we trust it, we will defend it. So when someone says that a black boy was arrested unjustifiably, or put on medicine unjustifiably, or expelled from school unjustifiably, we look for a rationale. We look for a rationale to justify why they did that to that child.
Exactly.
We do not automatically assume that the child was mistreated. We assume that the district did what was in their best interest to do. This is black people protecting the system. For example, I just wrote an article for blacknews.com called Psycho Slavery: Black Boys, White Female Teachers, and the Rise of ADHD. I had people email me back. Most people loved it. But I had a couple Negroes and had a couple Europeans who emailed me back and said, the problem isn't the white female teachers. It's poverty. It's poor diet. It's parents who don't care. It's a lack of properly raising their children. I said, yes, all those things play a role. But guess what? Even for a black boy from a middle-class household who's not impoverished, even a black boy who comes from a home with his mother and his father there, both of them have education, and both of them have well-paying jobs, and they care about their son, and they take discipline very seriously. Even that black boy who comes from the best of homes and the most caring of parents is still likely to be referred for special ed, is still likely to be referred for ADHD, is still likely to be arrested or suspended for some ridiculous offense. Black boys are 4 times more likely than white boys to be found to be mentally retarded, and 4 times less likely than white boys to be found to be mentally gifted. Look at that. Your son is 4 times more likely to be diagnosed as retarded and 4 times less likely to be diagnosed as mentally gifted. So what do you draw from that? Either white people are intellectually superior to black people, or our children are being forced to be educated in a criminally insane system. It's only one or the other. Either the white man is intellectually superior, or we are subjecting our children every day to a criminal educational system that is not in the least bit concerned with their success. Now, there's one other point I want to throw out there really quick. When you look at the history of juvenile offense in America, Brother Dawa,